Ravens versus Broncos Week 4 NFL recap coming at you here. Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports, ready to tell you all the good and the bad on both sides of the football. But if you're a Ravens fan, you got to be feeling pretty confident after a 23-7 victory on the road after a previously unbeaten team. At MileHIgh Stadium. That's one of the toughest places to play in football. And Baltimore, they answered the call. Sure, they went down 7-0 on an early Noah Fant touchdown, but then 23 unanswered. That's exactly what you're looking for. And when you really think about the fact that this Ravens offense still is about to get back Rashad Bateman and some of these other key playmakers, this team could get pretty scary pretty quick. Now, obviously, we're going to go through some stats. We're going to go through some winners, losers. I'm going to tell you who's the MVP in this game for Baltimore. But before we get into all of that, I want you to grade the Ravens' performance up against the Broncos. I'm a pretty tough grader, so A means it was fantastic, B was good, C is average, D is bad, F is failing. When you really think about from the start to finish, the reason why I'm going to go ahead and give the Ravens a B-plus grade, because it was a good game. It wasn't the best game that they possibly could have played. There were still some areas on the offensive side of the football that they could have cleared up a little bit. Now, defensively, yeah, they get an A grade in that book. But when you really think about this Ravens team, I have very high expectations for them. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and give them a B-plus grade. You can't go and talk about this team without sitting here talking about Lamar. He's one of the most incredible athletes I have ever seen. 22 of 37, 316 yards and a touchdown. Probably the most crazy stat that I saw. This is only Lamar's second game in his career with over 300 passing yards. That's mind-blowing to me. LATAVIUS Murray, he led the guys on the ground, 18 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. He only averaged, obviously, like 3.3 yards per carry, but he just kind of goes, and it's just that tough-nosed Baltimore running back that you love to see. Marquise Brown, I ripped on him a little bit last week, but this week goes ahead and gets an awesome touchdown. If you guys didn't see his touchdown celebration, he's trying to throw the ball out of his hands because it's stuck to him, after his 3 bad drops. But he had a big-time bounce-back game, which you like to see. 4 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown. Mark Andrews, he still considers probably one of the best tight ends in the league, top 5. Number 4 in my book personally. 5 catches, 67 yards, a touchdown. I also want to give a major shout out to James Prochet. At the end of that game, having that big, I believe it was 32-yard pickup on 3rd and 3, which kind of sealed the deal realistically. Major shout out to him from top to bottom. So go down in the comments section, guys, and let me know who was the Ravens MVP in this game against the Broncos. Most people are going to sit here and say Lamar Jackson, and that's okay. Lamar Jackson definitely deserves to be the MVP, right? But I'm going to give a little bit of love to the defense, and I'm going to give a lot of love also to the Harbaugh and that coaching staff of being able to make that adjustment. You go down 7-0, you basically are like, all right, what changes do we have to make? They go ahead and do it. Sure, the injury to, Teddy Bridgewater got knocked out with concussion. Then they had to go in ahead and throw in Drew Lock. But Bridgewater, 7-16, 65 yards. Drew Lock, 12 of 21, 113. This guys could not do anything. So the MVP, I'm going to give a shout out to this Ravens defense. They were flying all over the football field. It reminded me a lot of that old Ravens defenses you love to see with Ed Reed, Ray Lewis. They were just attacking it. And Tyus Bowser was probably the leader in this game. He had 4 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. He also had 2 quarterback hits. This kid looked really good. Odafe Owe, your first-round pick. He continues to show that he is one of the most athletic edge rushers in the league at such a young age. Only 1 tackle, but 1 sack, 2 quarterback hits, and he was really flustering whoever the hell was back there for quarterback. I'm also going to give a shout-out to Chuck Clark. He had 7 tackles, a tackle for loss in this one. Denver had no chance of being able to stretch the ball down the field. Clark and whatever the game plan was for Baltimore, it was like, hey, guys, you can try to go ahead and beat us deep. It ain't going to happen. We're going to play up really close to you, and we're going to take away the short dink-and-dunk passes. And that's exactly what they did. But, hey, let me know down in the comments section. Ravens are 3-1.